This is going to be ranking every U.S. state by their first waterfall picture on Google. I Googled each state name followed by the word waterfall and used whatever the first image was. I'll be considering the entire photo, not just the waterfall. 50, a very easy choice, North Dakota. What is this? This looks like my backyard after a really rainy day and some extra water is just still draining out right here. 49, Louisiana. This one is also absolutely pathetic, but at least the surroundings don't make it look like someone's backyard. 48, Iowa. We finally have something that looks like a waterfall, but it's still not great, and the scene as well as the photo just seem pretty dark. 47, Delaware. Okay, we're finally getting somewhere. This waterfall is at least decent, but I'm not a fan of the surrounding areas. 46, Utah. This one might be nice, but it's hard to tell because the photo is such a small portion of it. 45, Maine. The same thing. I just wish I could see more. 44, Rhode Island. Good surrounding scenery, but the waterfall is small. 43 is Mississippi. Now this one's pretty, but if you look closely, it's like attached to a building up here. So I don't know if it's man-made or not, but even if it isn't, it just looks a little too commercialized. 42 is Missouri. I mean, this is a nice picture, but there's a ton of massive, elaborate waterfalls in this series. So these little small ones like this just can't compete with that. 41, Connecticut. Again, gorgeous scene right here, but just too little to compete with the big ones. 40, Nebraska. Same reasoning. 39, Ohio, again, very pretty, just too small. And surprise, surprise, 38, Kentucky, another one just like that. 37, Florida, I really like the waterfall itself in this one, just not a fan of the surrounding scenery with this random lady and just a bunch of green. 36, Vermont, I like the fall colors in this one, but not a lot to like about the waterfall. 35, Georgia, it's gorgeous, just not big enough to compete. 34, Virginia, a very nice scene, but nothing super breathtaking about this one. 33, West Virginia, another beautiful picture, but the waterfall leaves a little bit to be desired. 32, Minnesota, a much larger waterfall, so that's good, but the surrounding scenery isn't great. 31, Indiana, another one that I really like the waterfall, but there's not much to offer in the photo beyond that. 30, Montana, it's pretty, and I like how the waterfall kind of funnels through here, but again, this one just can't compete with some of these big, elaborate ones we're going to see later in the series. 29, Massachusetts. Pretty cool how it comes down both sides of this rock. It's decent. 28, South Carolina. Nothing breathtaking in this one, but it's definitely really pretty. 27, Illinois. Looks a lot like the last one, just a little bit higher quality of a photo. 26, Arkansas. A pretty cool setting. Almost looks like it's in a little cavern. 25, Kansas. This one is gorgeous. Almost looks like a fountain. Just had to knock it out here because it's pretty small compared to what we've got left. 24, New York, obviously not the best picture, but it is of what is probably the most well-known waterfall in the world, so had to have this one in the top half of the list. 23, Nevada, this one is gigantic, and I just think it looks cool alongside the rock. 22, North Carolina, this one's almost like a couple different waterfalls kind of tiered down, so that's pretty neat. 21, New Hampshire, kind of the same thing, but a lot more color to this one. 20, Michigan, another one with that kind of tiered look and a very high-quality photo with lots of color to it. 19, Tennessee, obviously a very large waterfall here and a cool scene surrounding it. 18, Colorado, gorgeous and obviously massive, just wish it were a little bit closer so you could see more details. 17, Idaho, same thing, very pretty, just wish it were zoomed in. 16, South Dakota, the waterfall looks great and I like all the bright green in this one. 15, Pennsylvania, I really love the waterfalls that kind of have space behind them, I think that looks super cool. 14, Wisconsin, a very high quality photo and a large waterfall, but what ruined this one for me is the brown water, so I had to eliminate this one here. 13, Oklahoma, I just thought this one was cool because of how it turns into like 6 or 7 separate smaller ones at the bottom. 12, Alaska, nothing super flashy about the waterfall, but I just thought all of the water in this one just looked really cool. 11, Maryland, I just like how the lighting in this one makes the water look like it's lighting up blue. 10, New Jersey, just a cool scene with the rocks lining the water. Obviously, you've got the waterfalls in the background, and I also like the bridge over the top. 9, New Mexico. It's a little smaller to have made it this far, but I just thought it was a super unique look, so it had to be this high on the list. Number 8, Alabama. As I've said many times, I love these type of waterfalls with the open space behind them. I think it looks really cool, and I love the color of this water down here. Number 7, California. A super unique look to this one. Very pretty. Number 6, Arizona. This one is stunning. Love the colors to it, especially the rocks and the bright blue water. Number 5, Oregon. This is a breathtaking scene. The waterfall is amazing, and I think the bridge just tops it all off. I would love to be standing on that, taking this scene in. Number 4, Hawaii. This one is absolutely surreal. Just seems like it's straight out of a movie. Number 3, Texas. I love this one, and it's another one that just doesn't seem real because of how cool it is. Number 2, Washington. The waterfall is great, and I love all the bright colors to this one. It is excellent. And number 1, Wyoming. This is just an absolutely incredible photo.